Welcome, my name is Megan, and this is my talk show where we talk about relevant issues in today's society. Today we have a very special guest, a man who has ruined thousands of lives. Some of you may know him from the brief time he appeared on many people's Facebook news feeds. Please welcome Joseph Kony. Hello, Mr. Kony. Mr. Kony, I'm so glad you could take time out of your genocidal activities to join us.
Well, thank you. You are far too kind.
Now, Mr. Kony, many of us do not know about your movement. Would you mind giving us a little background information?
Sure. You know, I started out as a good Christian with strong Christian beliefs. I wanted the best for my nation, and I felt the Christian way was the best way. My main crusade is to have Uganda ruled under the 10 Commandments. So I developed this group called the LRA, the Lord's Resistance Army, and I knew I was best to lead this revolution because I am a spirit medium. You see, I have often been visited by a variety of 13 different spirits, and through these visits, I have developed a blend of my own religious beliefs and duties.
What exactly are the religions that make up this blend?
It's a blend of Christianity, Islam, and witchcraft.
Interesting. So, I know you've been accused of stealing over 3,000 children. What's up with that?
Well, you know, when you say it like that, it sounds bad, but really it's not. These children are taken for the purpose of supporting my religious cause. They are vital tools in forwarding my movement, and it's okay because these spirits have told me that their deaths and that their pain will not go unnoticed. These children will be rewarded greatly in the afterlife.
You're saying that it's okay to rip apart families, take their young children, give boys AK-47s, teach them to kill people, make girls sex slaves to your army because it is for your religion, and they will be rewarded in their afterlives?
I guess that's the way to phrase it.
Yeah. Well, I happen to have here some photos of the victims of your terror. These photos are graphic in nature, and if you have a weak stomach, close your eyes right now. How can you justify harming people like that?
To keep them in line. It's discipline. Also, I believe all my actions are justified by my faith in God. I am doing His bidding. I was chosen to make a revolution, and I'm taking all means necessary to make this happen. In the name of God, all my actions are justifiable.
So creating terror among a country is completely okay in your eyes, as long as it supports your religious duties.
Yes. Now you're understanding it.
Would you call yourself a terrorist?
I prefer the term religious freedom fighter.
Right. And in August of 2008, you were placed on the USA's specially designated global terrorist list.
I guess that means I must be doing something right.
Okay. Let's move on. Do you think many terrorists use religion to justify their actions?
Yes, I do. It seems that the foundation of the world is religion. Are you familiar with the Bible?
No.
Well, in the Bible there is documentation of religious leaders committing similar acts of terror to certain groups of people. A good example of this is from the book of Joshua. To Joshua and the Hebrews who followed him, there were trespassers on the promised land from God. They felt it was their duty to God to exterminate all who dwelled there, and they did. They killed over 310,000 people for their conquest.
I understand your point in saying that religious terrorism has been around for a long, long time, but this still does not mean it is okay to terrorize thousands of people for any cause.
Excuse me? But you are in no position to say what is okay and what is not.
The world hates you. There is no denying that. Your crimes have displaced thousands of innocent families, while you violently slaughter your own people. The Acholi people?
The Acholi people need to be cleansed. The only way to do that is by killing them.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't have to make any sense to you. It is my duty to God. I am bringing freedom to these people.
You are leading an army using guerrilla tactics against the government and innocent inhabitants of your own country.
It's for God. It's for the better. One day you will see.
Get off my show right now. You are ridiculous.
Done.
Get out of here. Well, folks, there you have it. Joseph Kony, a man who has wrecked copious copious amounts of havoc on his own people and his country, all in the name of his religion. I'd like to just show you a short clip of some of the wives and children of the LRA.
I think that when I don't go with them, they are going to kill me. They begin to bring us a gun. Huh? After bringing us a gun, they begin to train us to be as their soldier. There's a lot of blood coming onto my head, in my face, yeah. And then they say to me that we are going to kill him. You are my soldier now. Don't mind about your parent. Don't mind about your school. Now you are in a new life.
But the conflict isn't over yet, and its consequences are still felt. At the height of the insecurity, close to 2 million people were driven from their homes into overcrowded, displaced camps. The UN calls this one of the world's worst humanitarian disasters. But it's the children who've suffered most. The LRA is known for abducting new recruits. Boys as young as 10 have been kidnapped, given guns and forced to commit atrocities. I've been reporting in this region for 12 years, but the stories these children tell never fail to shock. Bosco Nier was abducted when he was 11 and stayed with the rebels for 4 years.
One day, one of our friends tried to escape, and when he was caught, he was hacked to death. We ourselves were forced to chop them. Even I had to do it. I was forced to do it.
How did you feel about that?
I can't forget it. Even now I have nightmares about it where I feel myself killing again.
Over the past decade, rehabilitation centres like this one help children who escape from the LRA come to terms with their experience. A trauma counsellor divides them into rebels, government troops and civilians so they can reenact a rebel raid as part of their therapy. This boy pretends to be a rebel commander, preparing his troops for battle. He sprinkles them with holy water to protect them from bullets. The children are susceptible to the supernatural beliefs that underlie the LRA. Many remain convinced that the rebel leader, Joseph Kony, has real spiritual powers. LRA battles have always been bloody, with fighters forbidden to take cover. The rebels abducted adults, but they've always preferred children. Over 20,000 have been taken since the war began.